So I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, I do have a Discord server now, and the link to join will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hello everyone and welcome back to SaiyanSquabbles. I am yours truly, once again, Papa Ping Pong, here to bring you another deck profile. So today we got a deck I've been working on for a while. It's been very hard to build, and it's still not the greatest, most competitive deck in the world, but I think I have one of the most competitive builds you can make out of it. There's one or two changes I would make, but we'll get into that. So we have Surge Kefla. So she's a Surge blue-yellow leader, and she's alright. She does have an inherent problem that she doesn't draw on the front, but we're going to get into that. So active main, once per turn, choose one blue or yellow Universe 6 card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your hand and play it. So normally we're going to be playing cards that allow you to search or draw for free, basically. The only issue with that is if you start with a hand that doesn't have very many of those, or you're just bricking. I've played with this deck probably around 6 or 7 times, and out of those times I've bricked with it once or twice. So bricking does happen with this deck, which is the only downside, but luckily one of those 2 games that I bricked I still won, so maybe there's some merit to that. But so yeah, so you're getting up to 2 energy for free, which is really nice because you're going to be setting up for your evolve plays and your fusion plays. So yeah. So Awaken Surge, choose one blue card and one yellow card from your hand, place them under this card, you draw 4. So she's basically a draw 2, and at the very least you can get rid of 2 dead cards in your hand and Awaken. So we got Kefla, Surge of Ferocity. So active main, once per turn, if your life is at 4 or less, you may choose one card under this card, place it in the drop area, then choose one. Draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom of its owner's deck. Pretty good general spot removal since a lot of stuff isn't running barrier nowadays, and the draw one, which a lot of the Surge leaders don't have a draw effect. So, and the second effect, at the beginning of your opponent's next main phase, choose up to 3 multicolored cards from your drop area and add them to your hand. That can be pretty helpful, especially with the Champa Batos we're going to get into. You basically can get 30k combo power into your hand, which is pretty nice. But yeah, so we'll get into the basic stuff first. So first we have 3-dimension magic. I simply couldn't fit a 4th one. We don't really need negates with this deck, which is kind of nice because you have a lot of combo power with what we're going to get into. But you negate an attack, restand 2 below energy. So everybody knows what that does. 2 Flying Nimbus, just for the aggro matchup. You negate an attack, and then you can pitch a yellow card. Your opponent can only attack with 1 more battle card for the duration of the turn. We run 1 Mafuba, just for big boss monsters and stuff. This has saved me once or twice, so I think Mafuba is an underused card at the moment. Now for our super combos, we're running a 2-2 split. We have 2 Botama, Defender of Universe 6. If your life is at 4 or less, you get plus 10, or you're able to draw 1. I thought about running this at 4 because you're able to search it off of a bunch of U6 stuff, but I like the 2-2 split for the reason I'm about to give right now. So we run 2 Zamasu, Sacred Disbelief. Excuse me. And this is if your leader card is blue or yellow. When you combo this card from your hand, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards and or leader cards, and switch it to rest mode. Or opponent's battle cards or leader cards, sorry, not and or. So I like this because you can add this to your hand from your leader effect, and I'm a big Zamasu fan, as most people know. And switching something to rest mode is very underrated, especially at leader cards, because you're denying your opponent advantage, but yeah. So then we got 3 Sensu Bean, tap 1, restand 2, give something plus 5k. Then we have 3 Beerus Fickle God, check lands. Already have something blue-yellow in your energy, this ignores energy exhaust. So then to actually get into our U6 stuff, we run 2 Kaba, Saiyan of Universe 6. So, auto, when you play this card, look it up to 7 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 2 blue or yellow Universe 6 cards among them, add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. If you add a card to your hand with this effect, you choose 1 card from your hand to place in your drop area. So that's pretty good. We're not going to be using the second auto, so don't worry about it. We don't run Planet Sadala. But you're searching up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Unfortunately, you do have to drop one, but if you drop a multicolor, you can use Kefla's backside ability to get it back to your hand. And this can be played from the Kefla effect for free, so. Then for next, we got Champa Batos. So this is 4-drop 19k, arrival blue-yellow for 1 yellow. Permanent, reduce energy costs of all, or reduce the combo cost of all blue and yellow Universe 6 cards in your hand by 1, which is really good for what we're going to get into in a little bit. But that makes it so you have no dead Universe 6 cards in your hand for the combo phase either if you're going for game. And then a permanent, if this card is removed from a battle area by an opponent's skill, you may choose 1 card from your hand and place it in your drop area instead. This card remains in the battle area, switch it to rest mode, then choose it to one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. That gives this card more survivability. Basically, you're able to discard another multicolor if you really wanted to, switch something to rest mode, and this stays on to remain that, or to keep that consistency, sorry. But an arrival blue-yellow is very easy for this deck, especially with the super combo. But we're going to want to get him on board as early as possible. So next we got Kalifa, the Bold Sister. Just a 1 cost. This card cannot be KO'd, and when you play this card, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck for 1 blue or yellow Universe 6 added to your hand. We're going to be wanting to get this Kalifa on board as soon as possible, and with Kefla's ability on the front side, you can play her for free. And she is just a consistency searcher. So then we run 3 Kalifa Awakened Sister. We would run 4, but this deck is already so tight on space as it is. So double strike during your turn at the end of a battle after you combo this card, choose up to 1 Kalifa card in your battle area and play it on top of it. So that's why you need the Champa Batos on board, because you're going to be reducing the combo cost by 1, so it's going to become a 0-10k. And when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or energy and switch it to rest mode. So that's really oppressive, especially because you're going to be playing Kalifa for free, the 1 cost more often than not. And you could theoretically evolve this onto another double strike Kalifa, maybe get another energy rested. And again, never dead in your hand, so. And 20k double strike. Really, really helpful. So then we run 3 Kale, Timid Sister. Permanent, this card cannot be KO'd. Auto, when you play this card, choose up to 1 blue or yellow Universe 6 card from your drop area with energy cost of 3 or more and add it to your hand. So, for the next card we're going to get into, I would drop one of these and add 1 to the next card we're going to get into, because this is just a little bit of recursion, which is nice, but it very rarely comes up, so. But again, you can play it for free. But the card we're getting into is Sisterly Bond Kale. I thought I had 3 of these, or I should have 4 of these, but I cannot find my other ones for the life of me. So I would drop 1 Kale Timid Sister and bump this up to 3. So she's a 2 cost, she's able to be played with the Kefla Surge Leader effect. When you play this card from your hand, and your leader card is Universe 6, look at the top 10 cards from your deck for a blue or yellow Kaba or Kalifa, among them with energy cost 2 or less, play it, then shuffle your deck. So that 2 cost Kaba, you're playing this card for free, then you can search top 10, play off the Kaba, he can search top 7, add potentially 2 cards to your hand. And that's all for free. And then of course there's the Kalifa you can play that searches top 5. Kalifa is going to be your main target from this, but yeah. So 9k also is a little unfortunate, but it makes sense. They don't want you to be applying pressure for free, basically. So then we got Kale, the Awakened Sister. Critical during your turn at the end of a battle after you combo out this card. Choose up to 1 blue Kale card in your battle area and play this card on top of it. So again, it's not going to be dead with the Champa Batos, and it evolves onto a Kale, which hopefully you've already established on board. Critical is just nice too. And auto, when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, negate the card's skills for the duration of the turn, and return it to its owner's hand. This effect is slightly more relevant because of Successor, because you're going to be removing stuff from the field. And you can combine this with the Kalifa effect, but normally you're going to be switching something to rest mode rather than, or switching an energy to rest mode rather than a battle card. But still, 20k critical. It's pretty strong. So next we got 4 Brilliant Parry and Kefla. Dual attack, Union Pashara for a blue Kale and yellow Kalifa. Only 1 can be in your battle area, and it can't be played from any area unless your leader card is yellow. So this card needs just a yellow leader, which obviously we have, but Turn 2, you can get this girl off. You could have gotten a swing with your Kale, your Kalifa, potentially some other swings. You switch them to active mode. If you sensu beam them as well, the power carries over, and then you get 2 additional attacks from this as well. Very, very oppressive. I'm thinking about dropping this to 3 just to not brick as much, but for now, I have it at 4. So then for a consistency boost, we run 2 Planet Vegeta, especially because we don't draw. This will help you see your pieces that you need. Pretty simple. You search for a Saiyan 4 or less. Then our counterplays, we got 2 Champa the Trickster. So counterplay, play this card. If you have a multicolored card in your energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, switch it to rest mode, and then if it's your opponent's turn, you draw 1 card. This is pretty nice. It is a Universe 6, so it's searchable off of your stuff, and it's a 15k beater, which you really care about for this deck, just because any additional swing is really nice. So then next up we run 2 Frost Deadly Poison. It's counterplay. The battle card your opponent is playing is played in rest mode with the skills negated for the duration of the turn. Then draw 1 card. Then if your life's at 3 or less, choose up to 1 of your blue or yellow energy and switch it to active mode. So because you're playing so much stuff for free with this deck, you're going to be passing turn with a lot of energy live very often. So this is going to be live for the most part. That's the reason we run 2, otherwise we just probably run 1. But it's a super powerful card, especially for this format. And if there's something you can't answer with Frost Deadly Poison, you just use Champa the Trickster instead. Then we run 1 Further Indestruction Champa, just because giving somebody double strike is really nice, like the Union Kefla, or giving it to your leader, because your leader is super important in this format. But yeah, just a 10k double strike. Then last but not least, our Ace in the Hole, and if the game goes late, we got 2 Hit and Cold Blood, Triple Strike, Permanent, reduce energy cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each of your battle cards that are blue and or yellow. So, because your leader effect, you're going to be dropping this guy to 4 energy play pretty easily. Usually, he's probably going to be a 5 cost, but 4 cost, I have gotten him off at 4 a few times. And auto, when you play this card, flip your opponent's leader card to the front, and if you do, your opponent can't activate their leader card's Awaken or Wish skills until the end of their next turn. So that's really good. You're basically denying your opponent, if they survive, you're denying them their advantage on their front side for when you pass turn. So, and Triple Strike, he's also 30k, so you're probably going to be going for game with this guy. And look at that art. That art is fantastic. But yeah, that's just about it for the deck profile. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If there was something I would add, it would probably be the secret rare. And then I told you guys I would probably take out 1 Kale Timid Sister for 1 more Sisterly Bonds Kale. But yeah, overall, this deck is fun. It's not meta, unfortunately. This is definitely a tier 2 leader at best, but have taken quite a few W's with it. I have gotten an L or 2 as well. Hopefully going to get a battle up with this deck here soon. Also, quick announcement, I do have a Discord now. I'm going to leave the link to join in the description. So yeah, hopefully you guys join and we can get a discussion going, and yeah, I don't really got much more to say, so yeah. I keep saying that, but hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya!